For those of you who have purchased the Exerstrider poles to act primarily as a balance assistant device, I need to show you how to set them up for the proper length and how to use them for stability and balance. Whether you bought the Activator Metasport or one of the OS2 poles, either one can work for improving balance. So let me first of all show you how to set them up. With the Activator, you need to pull the lower shaft out, and you'll find that there's a silver stop mark. Just pull it out to that point, and all of the poles come with the boot-shaped tip. If you're using the poles as a balance aid, you're going to want to remove the boot-shaped tip. All you need to do is rock it and pull it off and replace it with the bell-shaped balance tip. To get that on, you just put it on the bottom, put a little pressure on it, and it goes right in. Once you get the pole pulled out to the stop mark, I want you to hold your arm at a 90-degree angle with the upper arm hanging straight down and the forearm parallel to the ground. First, you'll need to grab the pole and push it down until the arm is parallel with the ground. That's the length that you'll want to use to maximize the stability when you're walking. Once you get it to that length, you turn the lower shaft until the little silver line on the bottom aligns with the silver line between the numbers on the top shaft, and then you just move it up or down just a little bit until it comes to the nearest hole and pops through. So 90 degrees straight down to the ground, as opposed to the fitness walking where you're 90 degrees and it's at your heel. With the Activator, once you get it adjusted, you can just note the number on here. It's a number 6 in this case. I'm going to pull this one out, align it, and pop this one into the number 6 spot. And now when I stand with my arms at a 90-degree angle and the pole straight up and down, we've got a proper fit. With the OS2s, turn it to the left to loosen the lower shaft, pull it out, and again you'll find the stop. Again, just grasp the pole in your hand and bring it down so as the pole is vertical, your arm forms a 90-degree angle. And on this one you can note the length with the height markings on the bottom. And you can turn that to the right to tighten it. Tighten it as firmly as you can, and then check to see that it'll bear your weight. And then I noted the mark on the other pole. I'm going to adjust this one to the same length. And I've got the 90-degree when the pole is straight down to the ground. Now again, whether you get the Activator or you get the OS2 series poles, you'll want to change out the boot-shaped tip for the bell-shaped tip for maximum stability. Let's learn how to use the poles for maximum stability and to improve your balance as you walk. We've got the poles adjusted properly for your height, with the upper arm coming straight down from the shoulder, a 90-degree angle in the arm, and the parallel forearm, the poles going straight down to the ground. You always want to keep the poles as vertically planted as possible to maximize your stability. Now there are 2 rules that you should observe when you're walking with the poles for stability. One is keep the tips of the poles outside of your line of walking. You're going to be walking forward here and here. You want the poles outside of the line of your feet. If you get them too far in, you're going to run into them, and it's going to create a falling hazard, obviously. So keep the poles in front of you and keep them outside the line of your feet. Other than that, it's pretty natural. As you step forward with one leg, the opposite arm moves forward, and it's just a series of walking in that way. You can see if you keep the poles planted in front of you and outside the line of walking, you're not going to have a tripping hazard. You've always got more points of contact that are going to improve your balance, your stability, and your confidence. Now, if as your balance and stability and confidence gets greater, you want to get some more exercise effect from it, you can extend your arms out and plant the poles at a bit of an angle, still keep them out in front of your body and keep them out of the line of walking. but extending your arms is going to give you a little more exercise effect. Immediately when you start using the poles, you're going to probably improve your posture, improve your stride gait pattern, and definitely improve your confidence. So when you're turning around, keep the poles on the ground as much as possible. And again, keep them outside your line of walking and planted vertically, always in front of you. Outside of your line of walking, planted vertically, and always in front of you. Try to keep your head up. Some of you may have trouble getting in and out of a chair, and the poles can be used as an assist device to get into and out of a chair. So again, I backed up to my chair here. Make sure your back of your feet can feel that it's there. Again, keep the poles outside of the line of your feet walking, and keep them pretty vertically at this point. But then before you go for the seat, I want you to extend the arms out, and as you do that, you'll start to feel your core muscles and engage, and it'll help you sit down in the chair. Then to get out of the chair, again, you don't want to bend your arms because then you're using all the small muscles in your arm. You want to extend the arms, and my friend likes to say, scoot your boot. Bring it right up to the edge of the chair. Again, the pole's just a little bit in front of your body, and as you lean forward, you'll feel your large back muscles and your core muscles engage, and you stand. To sit, it's just a reversal. Now, I recommend for people who have trouble getting in and out of a chair, a lot of it has to do with weak quadriceps, and people tend to use their arms to press out of a chair. The quadriceps are much larger muscles, so if you give those some workout over time, you'll find that you probably can get in and out of a chair even without the assist of the poles. But one exercise you can do is just scoot it up to the edge, lean forward, engage those back, arm, shoulder, and chest muscles, and stand up. Once you're up, you're off and walking. Or you can do this as an exercise. Do a series of 2 or 3 of these, or 3 or 4, or 4 or 5 if you can work up to that. Again, extend your arms out. You feel the core muscles engage, and you sit down. Get up, scoot it forward, lean forward, feel those large muscles engage, get up. Now, if you do that exercise 2 or 3 times in the morning and 2 or 3 times at night, and do it every day, and do it for a few weeks, you can work up to 3 or 4 times, 4 or 5 times, and after that, most likely you're going to find that you can get in and out of the chair without the aid of the poles if you need to, because you're going to have strength in those quadricep muscles. And as you're doing the exercise to get to that point, you're strengthening your core, arm, shoulder, back, and chest